National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Stone County in north-central Arkansas, southern Searcy County in north-central Arkansas, southwestern Izard County in north-central Arkansas, Van Buren County in north-central Arkansas, northwestern Cleaver County in north-central Arkansas, northeastern Conway County in central Arkansas.
Okay, welcome to spring in Arkansas. We are once again over by the storm shelter and waiting for yet more hazardous weather to come through. And it pays to pay attention to the radios. So we did our radio check-ins tonight on GMRS. And then we also had, we're listening to the storm spotters on the 444. And so we're listening to ham radio and GMRS radio. So, yeah, good times. Generator's ready to rock and roll, and storm shelter's right behind us.
This is W5HWU, Whiskey 5, Hotel Whiskey Uniform, requesting radio check, please.
Pretty sure it's just going to be a nice light show, but you never know. You never know. Emergency preparedness is something to take very seriously. And having, we got food, we got water, we got preps, we got portable bathroom, some of the things here. All right, we're over here by the blueberry patch, and first blueberries of the season. Yeah, that's awesome. These are the Georgia Gem variety. Really, really nice color, great shape. Not super sweet, really great flavor. Again, great coloring. Our blueberry plants, most of them did pretty good. A few of them didn't make it through the cold snap. We had a cold snap at the end of the year here. I got to do a lot of trimming on here. Again, with my disability right now, I've had a very hard time doing that. But we'll get to it for sure. Look at how big some of these are. Some of these blueberry bushes are really doing well. And we only planted like half a row of blueberries. Just wanted to see if this is something we wanted to do. And we do have electroculture lines underneath here. But again, some of them don't make, I think, well, maybe some of them had a hard time with that cold snap. I don't know if they all actually died, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they did make it. But a few of them were definitely affected. Oh, yes. I love blueberries. I just freaking love blueberries. Great antioxidants. It's a superfood. Really good freeze-dried. Nothing beats fresh produce from the garden. So, our garden here was not acidic enough. So we had a very hard time originally with the blueberries. There's a video of our initial thoughts and how some of the blueberries suffered. I watched the bark kind of fall off the branch and knew something was wrong. So we had to acidify the soil and amend it with some peat moss, and that did the trick. And once we go through here, we're going to re-amend the soil again, and then maybe we'll plant 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of blueberries so we can use them in our recipes and some of the things that we make here on the homestead that we give to you. Blueberries are awesome. We didn't plant sunflowers this year, but here are some of the volunteers that came up. So we're going to have some nice sunflowers anyway. I mean, you can kind of see some of the milkweed and such that we didn't get rid of, and some of the different grains that we have here. Seeds are looking real good. I would like to have some ancient grains like elk-corn, non-GMO, non-modified. The glucose has not been modified at all. I think that's probably going to be something we would entertain to make our own sourdoughs and such here on the homestead. There's not enough here to sell it. You need acres and acres and acres of it. And we can give you some suggested places to buy that for people who do just those types of things. You know, when you talk about grains and people going over to Europe and eating this stuff and not getting sick with the breads, that's because they don't use modified wheat. They don't use the poisons that are allowed here in the Americas, in the United States. They don't have slimy lobbyists. Well, let's not get into that. Strawberries, doing pretty good. Got a little strawberry patch here. Doing beautiful. Right. So good. So good. Found out the chickens really love strawberries too. I'm not sure if they're supposed to have them or not, but they are super, super good. Got some of the onions. I know we got more peppers, and we do have some volunteer tomatoes coming up. Again, I didn't plant the beds. I didn't plant them. Look at the Jerusalem artichokes. Woo! It looks like I planted that. I did not plant that. We pulled every one of those artichokes out that we could find. These are the ones we couldn't find. And it's like a whole bed. Jerusalem artichokes are sunchokes. Basically, when they cook down, they're like potatoes. They're a good survival crop because they can endure extreme heat as well as very little watering. They can hold up through extreme drought. And again, we got to go through our beds and get rid of these maples and pokeweed and all of it. There's just so much to do. Unfortunately, I just don't have the energy to do it. Here are some of the walking onions. So these are Egyptian walking onions. So what happens with the walking onions is the bulbs develop on the top, fall over, and then sprout. So they like walk. They continue to, develop. They continue to spread out, which is why they're called the walking onion. Pretty cool. Our friend Ruth Camamilli from Wisconsin gave us a bunch of these, so we started growing them last year. Really neat variety of onion. Traditional onions I didn't really plant. We eat a lot of onions, so there's not much here in terms of onions because we use and eat them all. There's some comfrey back there and potatoes, but for the most part these fields are not planted. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. And right now my health and getting healthy is more important than planting the rest of these. But I envision these will be greenhouses, 100-foot greenhouses throughout this area. And we'll have to set up a lot of automation because, again, I can't physically do a lot of the work. Or maybe we get some Optimus AI robots, Elon Musk. You want a test bed for some gardening robots? Maybe that would work. Probably not. But that's kind of a garden update. We don't really have too much going on. We got some blackberries, raspberries. The vineyard's going okay. And again, we might do some later summer planting with these. Again, it just depends on what I'm physically able to do. We got to bury the water lines yet, see if we can get some volunteers to help with that, and finish the fencing, which I think my neighbor Mike, myself, a few others, we're going to try to finish that fence line up once his excavator gets fixed, his mini excavator, so we can pull some of these trees out and some of these vines out. We have to get some of this deer pressure down before we really get serious about planting more, because there's a herd of like 30 or 40 deer that are being fed like a mile down the road. So that makes it very, very difficult to do this, to grow your own food. But again, we'll find solutions. I'm not worried. Here's some of the other stuff we did. We put up some privacy wall with some of the scrap leftover boards, put on some redneck lighting, and we put in a secondary toilet. So this is an upflush toilet, and so that's a macerator pump, and it pumps the water up to 20 feet tall. That can go in a garage or a basement. It's designed to pump up where there is no drains in the floor. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to insulate this. This is going to be the master bath for the lean-to, for the living extension for the barndorium. And Jerry and Jason primarily did most of the work here for putting in the toilet, as well as, Jenny helped, Eric, throughout. I got to think of all the people who helped, because this is a long time coming. Tara, obviously Jess, Link, everybody's kind of helping out with this. Charles is still working on some of the leaks with some of the windows. We might have some leakage issues with some of the windows coming through the actual frame itself. So we're still dealing with some of that, but we'll be taking a lot of these walls off. We're going to be spray foaming again in one of the upcoming videos. I don't know if I'm going to have enough energy to do that, or if someone's going to help do that. I'm not sure. But we do have the spray foam to foam that in, seal it up, and start doing the finishing work for the bathroom build. That's only possible with donations, with viewers, with subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel or our other channels, please subscribe, like, share. That's the only way we can afford to do this stuff. So please help us out by watching our videos and sharing them. If you'd like to give a donation, join our membership program, join our free forums on oldwayon.com, listen to our podcasts, look at our blogs. We got all of our information on oldwayon.com, or it's going to be. We're moving everything over from all the other ideas we had for names. So just want to give you an update. Toilet's in, and it works. And it does have a secondary plumbing pipe here, so when we put the shower in, it will handle the shower water as well. Pretty cool. SaniFlow. It is a SaniFlow system. Okay, vlog update complete. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment down below the video, or jump onto the vlog itself and give a comment. Join our forums. They are free on oldwayon.com. See you next one.